everybody, welcome back to the Chronicles of the Range Monkey. I'm your host, Natalie, and here I'm at the Widener Ranch in Dad's office, so that's pretty cool if you guys recognize it. We are going to be taking a couple steps towards working with rifles this summer. So we just kind of wanted to document the first couple steps of that journey and talk about the Blackbeard today.
Today's video is brought to us by Mantis. The Mantis family of products is integral to ASP staff building handgun and carbine skills and are your most economical and fastest path to improvement in your skills too. Whether you choose the X10, the Laser Academy, the Blackbeard, or use them all in concert, they will help your practice be more effective, efficient, and fun. Go check them out, pick up a unit, and thank them for sponsoring today's video.
Well, cool, Natalie. So yeah, we're pretty excited. A couple of things that we've kind of got on the books that we're planning towards is a couple of competitions and some fun stuff there. A couple being some 3-gun stuff, which means that we've got to be a little bit better with our rifles and our shotguns. And then we're going to do a couple of rifle only classes this year as well. So today I'm introducing Natalie to the Blackbeard. Now this is the original Blackbeard that's been in my safe and floating around my garage. You can see it's a little bit dirty. I've actually used this to some degree. What's interesting about the Blackbeard versus the Blackbeard X that we're getting one of those charged up so that Natalie's got one of those to do some work with. This is more old school dry fire. It basically is just resetting the trigger. There's a laser that comes out, so you can use it in conjunction with the Laser Academy targets, which is kind of cool, or anything that reads a laser, but of course we're Mantis folks, so get the Laser Academy stuff and you can use those targets with that. So yeah. So Natalie, you kind of watched me put all this together this morning for you. Can you explain to folks what we did?
Yeah, so it's really easy to put together, actually. You just have to take the little bolt out to be able to, break the rifle. And
some people call those a pin.
Pin. There we go.
Some people. I don't know. I'm not a rifle guy, so I'm
people
probably
that know the terminology.
Yeah, I'm probably wrong too.
So then you just take out the bolt carrier group and insert this red bolt.
Yep.
And then you put it back, snap it back together. And then you're done. That's pretty much it.
And so this is basically the battery that runs everything that resets the trigger. You can tell that you've got everything in right if in here you're seeing the red of the bolt carrier rather than your regular bolt carrier. And then when you pull the trigger on this thing, go ahead, Natalie. I don't know if they'll be able to see the laser that comes out of there, but go ahead and put it on fire and put a couple down there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, probably can't see that, but it's shooting a red laser onto the wall. I think they come in red and green as well as another option. But the cool thing with this is now, of course, we're standing here in my office and we're kind of crowded. So don't give us any grief about techniques or any of that kind of stuff yet. We're just really showing you the actual product here. But as you press out with this thing and do your thing, I can see that, so now I can do target transitions back and forth, up and down, all of that kind of stuff without having to reset that. And that's one of the challenges when we're doing dry fire with a pistol is we're constantly, unless you've got Natalie's Wonder pistol, I am constantly racking the slide for that. And I think that's a big key with this is I don't have to rack the slide. This thing just goes off and off. And I'm just going to put it, I don't know if you can see that laser. I don't know if that's of interest to you or not. Maybe you'll just have to take my word for it that there's a laser in there. But Natalie, for today, what we're going to do for this rest of this video is we're just going to work on coming up, finding a target out there and pressing it and seeing that dot and give me 3 shots. Okay. And so I'm going to hand you the gun. We're just going to use this wall over here. Just use, pick that, see that screw that I used in my construction that I haven't painted over yet. So just find that.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's off.
Well, and now one thing that you're going to have to consider is there's height over bore here. So with this optic, we're sitting up high. So even if you've got the scope on the screw head over there, the laser might likely be a little bit below it. So you may have to adjust for that in your training. Okay. So if we had the Laser Academy target printed up over there and the camera and all that set up, which I just didn't want to go through all of that today for a quick review video, you would probably have to work on the height over bore stuff. One of the things is, here, let me take this back from you one more time. So right here on this this bolt carrier group that you put in there, there's a little adjustment there. So the thing comes with a little hex key.
The little gold piece?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I think it's the silver one. Okay. And you can adjust that laser up and down for your dry fire dojo.
Okay. Okay, that
So now
helps.
you can marry it up so that you can say, okay, I want to put the laser right on that.
Yep.
That Phillips head screw over there, and so you can kind of walk it in. So now when you're doing your dry fire stuff, so there is some artificiality to it like that, but it is dry fire, and that's the way it goes. The beauty of this is you can just pull the trigger. So let's do a couple more. So you're going to kind of start at a low ready.
Okay.
And so at that low ready, when I say, I'm just going to give you an up command, which we don't do a ton of up commands at ASP, but we're going to get that when we go to the rifle class. So they're going to say up, and then you're going to pop up, give me 3 as quick as you can. You're going to make sure you're snapping off the safety as you come up, because I put, yeah, so that's fire,
safety.
that's safety,
Okay.
right?
So,
There. So now you're on safety.
okay, so with my
you're-
thumb, I can just
Now you can
switch
use
it
your thumb
down.
on either side. This is an ambidextrous one, so you can use either side you want to take that off.
oh, perfect. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
So are you ready?
Yes.
Up. Okay, put it on safety when we come back down. Now I know, man, I don't want to get into any arguments with anybody over rifles because I am not an expert. I can run one of these things. To me, this is a self-defense thing and a coyote hunting thing, right?
Same thing.
And so the more operator folks, and I say that with respect, a lot of those guys they're gonna say take it off safety, leave it off. You're going to work, and this is going to be your safety as you go. For us as private citizens and maybe a little bit newer to the rifle, every time we come down, we're just flicking that safety back on.
Okay.
Every single time. So just ingrain that up, down, up, down. I've gone through some different scenarios with folks where we're doing like a VR shoot house kind of thing. And they're like, why are you constantly putting the safety on? And I'm like, because I'm not an operator. And so I can do all of that at once. Potentially there's other things. And we're going to learn all of this summer. Again, not an expert. Probably, I don't know. I don't even know where I'd put myself. Jeff Gonzalez would say I suck with a rifle. And his is going to be one of the classes we take, so you'll get to see that. But yes, from
right.
that low ready,
Okay.
yep. So when I say up, I want you to snap it up, get on it, and pull that trigger 3 times.
Okay.
All right, up. There you go. And back down, safety on. Okay. Now we're going to do one more thing here, and you can adjust that however you want. Some people
That'll be
like
a
them
little
really
better.
short, but with that eye relief, and this is my rifle.
Yeah.
You'll have your own for the classes. In fact, we should have probably just brought yours out for this. I don't know why we
Probably,
didn't.
yeah.
But anyway, life is life, right? All right, so now what I'm going to have you do is, can you see the other wood screw there? So
Yeah.
you've got 2 of them there. So when I say up, you're going to go 2, 2, 2. So you're going to have a transition.
Okay, let me check and make sure. Okay.
Okay. Now, again, you guys can hack on the neck, all of that stance stuff, but this is the first time you've done a lot of this. So
Yeah, it won't get taken to heart, so don't bother.
yeah, exactly. All right. Are you ready?
Ready.
Up. All right. Safety on. Now, one thing I will say, as your dad and your instructor, lean into it just a little bit. You're
Okay.
drive the gun. Don't let the gun drive you.
Okay.
Okay. There isn't much recoil on these things. There's not. There just isn't any recoil. You've shot this kind of stuff
Yeah.
before. You know the recoil, but just drive it a little bit so you're bop, pop, bop, back and forth as quickly as you can. All right. Now this time 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 till I tell you to stop.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want the laser hitting it or?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not even. Rarely do I even look at the target. I can learn more about your shooting by watching you, and then looking at the target afterwards. Now with the laser, that makes it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
But I don't typically just stare at the target. I'm watching you for different things that we can work on. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready? So from that low ready, up. Drive it. There you go. There you go. Can you do it with both eyes open?
Kind of hard.
Through that optic, I wondered about that. But go ahead and close the eye. I don't care about that. I know there's people out there that are going to tell you you're going to die in the streets with this. Okay, go ahead and safety on. All right. So now we've got a pretty weak battery on this thing. This will run, you cannot outrun this when they're fully charged. Of course, for the video today, we didn't have the battery completely charged and you could potentially outrun that thing. But next what we're gonna do, Natalie, for the next step is now we're gonna go from a high ready. So let me demonstrate for you. So So this is our low ready. Some people turn it, some people do this. I've seen it tucked under the elbow. I think a lot of that depends on what your size is. But from that low ready, just like what you're doing, you can turn it this way. I like it this way, and then I just bring it up and I'm there. I'm probably wrong. I don't know. But from a high ready, you're going to start from here with it just like this, basically so your eyes can see over the muzzle so you can see your targets. So this would be potentially in like an active shooter thing, and there's a lot of people on the ground. You don't want to run around like this pointing guns at those folks. There's lots of different things, and again, let's let the experts teach us all that, but there is a reason for a high ready. So you're basically sitting here, you've got your finger off the trigger like so. Don't rest your finger here, because what's going to happen is you'll drop your mag out.
Yeah.
And I've done
My
that.
finger's not
and then people
long
will
enough
make
to
fun
get
of you
there.
a lot. Everyone will make fun of you. So you're just basically over here. You've got everything you're ready. When you get the up command, you come up to here. Drive that gun, and then you can either go back down to here or back to a high ready. Okay. So you're just looking over the top of the muzzle. That's the big thing. You don't want it clear up here because now you can't see anything out here.
Yeah.
So you want it just so you can see over the top of the muzzle. This is, again, potentially there's people on the ground or something along those lines. All right. And then you're going to snap it up.
Okay.
Right, try to snap it up once and see how that feels. Drive it. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, go back, snap it up.
It's hard to do the safety at the same time as like
Yep.
snapping it.
There you go.
Okay.
All right,
I
back
feel like
on
that
safety.
snap is the hardest one.
All right, so for the first time that you've ever really done this kind of stuff, especially with a novice instructor that, again, I can run a rifle, but this isn't my bread and butter either. But we're getting ready to go take some classes from some pretty high-end folks. You don't know Jeff Gonzalez, but Jeff is one of my favorite people in the industry. Jeff is a Navy SEAL dude that will run you ragged mentally, and he will stomp on my heart a little bit. But that's kind of how I love that guy. Every time I see him at a show, I really like Jeff. I think he's a good instructor. He really will teach us a lot of this. I'm really looking forward to that class. So I'm not going to give you a ton of instruction other than let's just get used to handling the gun.
Yeah.
That's really the big thing so that we can get there and be safe. We know what we're doing. We'll get, when we get your gun, we'll get you zeroed and all of that kind of stuff. But for the meantime, you're going to use the Blackbeard and get some reps in so that when the take comes, we're ready to go. So.
Okay.
All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to do a couple more ups here. If you want to hang around for those, I don't know, maybe our editor is going to cut those, but we'll see you next time. All right, now go to a low ready.
Okay.
And up. Give me 6. There you go. Down. Go to a high ready.
Okay.
Up. There you go.
Okay.
That's all she wrote. All right, see you next time.
See you next time.